Who are we talking to?
You are talking to Carlene Graham.
All right. Tell us about your current project with Will Milton.
Okay, the project came about towards the end of 2007. Surfing MySpace as I always do, and I was approached by Will to do some vocals for him. He'd asked me if I'd be interested in getting involved in a vocal project, and I absolutely accepted, as I was just happy to be here. And he had written the track Believe in You. I was certainly empowered by the words. I'm always on a positive vibe when it comes to house. If it doesn't uplift, I'm not interested. And that was it really. The sessions took place at his personal studio, and we had a great time recording, and that's how the track came about. So it was well over a year ago.
All right. And when does a track come out?
Track comes out on the 6th of February, Friday the 6th.
Okay. Now, for those that don't know, tell them a bit about your background. I know you've worked with John Cutler, Bugs in the Attic, and Real People.
I have indeed, yes. I am 27. For the last 7 years, I've been considered a professional singer, and I've been doing a lot of backing work. Everything from, you name it. I've been on tour with bands such as Spiritualized and Placebo, which are of the rock genre. I came across Bugs in the Attic when a friend of mine who used to sing with them wasn't able to do the gig, so she asked me if I'd step in, and it kind of progressed from there. And I did their Asian tour in Singapore and China, which was absolutely fantastic, in 2007. Hooked up with Real People, I think it was 2004, via Tasita, one of my fellow singstresses on the scene, and we did a few gigs together, and they kind of called me when Vanessa or Tasita can't be there to do a show. You know, if I can step in, I'm always happy to. I love those guys, and they really opened my eyes to the diverse sound of house, because obviously they touch on house, broken beat, very soul orientated. You know, they find their fusion and it works so well. You know, worked with Bugs in the Attic, and John Cutler was a recommendation from Ollie from Real People. You know, he said, you know, since you're going stateside, you know, get in touch with John, see if he's got any projects that need doing, and it turned out he did at the time. So that was written in September, and that's still yet to be released as well. I believe from our last conversation, he still has every intention of going there with the release. So that should be up and coming sometime this year.
Excellent. Tell us about some of your musical influences.
Oh my goodness, I hope you got a good hour for this. My dad, Errol Ross, producer, bass player, producer selector back in 1976. Whitney Houston, Reason I Sing, Earth, Wind and Fire, Omar, Nana Cherry. I absolutely love Van Morrison. The list goes on. Nina Simone. It's never ending. You know, just I take from all genres and try and make something of that. You know, Eva Cassidy, I absolutely love, and Karen Carpenter as well.
Tell us about your songwriting process.
Spontaneous would be a good word to describe it. I find it hard to stay focused in life in general. That's the kind of person I am. I always need new things coming across my way. So when it comes to songwriting, very rarely do I sit down and plan verses and bridges and harmonies and whatnot. I literally just vibe. You know, turn off the lights, sit in a dark room where possible, and just vibe. Sometimes I can write a song in 5 minutes. Sometimes I can write a song in an hour. It just, you know, I just go with my first instinct, and usually it just flows from there. You know, I'm fortunate enough to be able to go on that route without having to sit down and plan what I'm doing.
And how do you know when a song is done?
Well, that's a good question. How do I know when a song is done? I smile.
Talk to us about your move from the UK to the USA. What brought you here?
Oh gosh, cheesy, love, fantasy, you name it. Basically, cut a long story short, my partner and I met age 16, which was 12 years ago, in London when he was living with his father. Both sets of parents weren't having it because we were far too young. He had to come back to the States to resume his education with his mother. kept in touch as friends throughout the years. Got a random email on 24th of June 2007 asking me what I was up to. 2 months later I came on holiday. A month later I was living here. And the baby came last year. In a nutshell.
Excellent. Tell us about your upcoming gig.
The gig with Will.
Yes.
Okay, we are going to be performing for the first time the track that being Believe in You, Will Milton and myself. I've been to Sapphire with my PR management before. It's a fantastic venue, absolutely loved it, and vowed to sort of come back on a raving tit. Little did I know, a couple of months later I'll be there performing. It's just going to be an evening of enlightenment. Those that don't know of Will Milton, I know it's going to be his evening. It's an evening provided by Gravity Inc. So I believe, he has a lot of people, a lot of followers go down and support him. For those that don't know his sound and know his energy, it'll be a great time for him to feature himself. Certainly a lot of people will not know who I am in the States. So, I'm certainly going to use the opportunity to go out with myself and Roy Morrison from Amplify Publicity, who is my PR company that work behind me 100%. And, Roy will be there with me on the night, sort of just talking to people, PRing and just finding out the general vibe, whether people are digging the track, the sound, me, Will, really just getting a general consensus on how people feel about it. So it's a non-planned evening on our part, but, we're going there to gather specific information, if that makes sense. It's not planned to the T, but we know what we're going to go and try and find out from the consumer.
So once again, the date and time?
Date and time. The performance will be at 11 p.m. and the date is on Sunday the 8th of February at Sapphire Lounge.
Excellent. And how can fans get a hold of you? What's your MySpace?
My MySpace is Carlene Graham Official Page. This is my new music page. Carlene Graham Official Page. And you can find everything on there, snippets of videos and footage from past performances. Information on my PR team, how to get in touch with me via them, and just also general information about gigs and events coming up featuring myself. And it's got a full range of music on the player, everything from broken beat to electro house to funky. It's got a little bit for everybody. So definitely www.myspace.com/Carlene Graham Official Page.
Thank you.
Thank you.